Hello, this is Thomas from Fourerr.com. Did you know that 11% of the people are left-handed? It means that 89% of them are right-handed. So if you have a group of 10 people, well, you will find one person out of 10 is left-handed. And did you know that 8% of people have an extra rib? These are all interesting facts, but that's not what we are going to talk today about. We are going to talk about how you can make use of Fourerr as a seller. And today in this show we are going to look at the following items. We are going to see what you can sell on Fourerr. We are going to see why you should be using Fourerr as a seller. How you go about submitting a gig on Fourerr, and your relationship with the buyer. Also your services which you are offering to the buyer, and delivering quality and trying to over-deliver is your number one priority. Now, in order to sell your gigs, we need to talk about how you go about marketing your gigs and how do you handle complaints. Okay, first up is why use Fourerr as a seller. Well, Fourerr is 20% cheaper than Fiverr. This seems quite logical, but from a buyer's perspective, 20% is an awful lot of money. It is only $1, but at the end of the day, it's 20%. So if you multiply this number, if they buy 10, 15, 20 gigs, they save straight away, well, $10, $15, $20. So from a repeat business perspective, this is the way forward. So 20% cheaper is quite a lot of money. Fourerr.com, as you probably have already seen, this is a friendly place, with friendly customer support, and we're trying to help you at all times under all circumstances. So, we have proven that we own the quickest customer support. There was a research out there that looked at the customer support between Fourerr, Fiverr, Gigbox and other type of Fiverr related websites, and we had the quickest customer support. Fourerr is a business which is operational in the United Kingdom, and we are providing these type of services to the public for more than 2 years now. We are making use of a very resilient and reliable server infrastructure. We are making use of the Amazon cloud server technology, which as you know is very stable, and therefore we can give you also the quick, very quick response times. We can also give you a very reliable platform where you can sell your gigs on. And we are promoting the top sellers very actively. We are doing regularly some offers for the top sellers. So if you are in our top seller list, and we will get in touch with yourself, and we see how to go about promoting your gigs for you. If you are the top seller, that might be as simple as putting the gigs on Facebook. But we might also devote an entire newsletter to yourself, or write a blog article about you, so that your gigs even are further promoted, and obviously we do the necessary as well in terms of trying to syndicate all your gigs as well. So in addition to this, if you are a verified seller on Fourerr, then we give you a badge which you actually can show off to the buyers that we have verified it, and you become verified by giving us a proof of identification, and then we verify that what you have entered into your on your profile. And then, well, if you become verified, this badge means an awful lot to the buyers. We have a very quick payment schedule. We do all our payments more than once every 24 hours. And our clearance period is also much shorter than others. And we don't have a limit on the amount we pay out to our sellers. So even if you have just sold 1 gig, that's enough reason for you to go on Fourerr and request for withdrawal, which we then pay out straight away after the money has been cleared. Okay, so let's have a look now what you can sell on Fourerr. Basically, in a nutshell, you can sell anything that you are skilled at. So any type of service that you can come up with, you can sell on Fourerr. There's only one exception to this, and that is to products where you do not hold the legal selling rights for. So I guess that's very clear, very obvious, obviously, that we do not tolerate any illegal software to be sold on our website. To give you a couple of examples, you can sell services around online marketing, SEO activities, perhaps backlinking or link wheeling or those type of SEO activities you can sell freely on Fourerr. Another type of services could be if you are good with the likes of Photoshop, if you're a bit of a person that is very good with art, graphic design, perhaps you can provide a Twitter background, a YouTube background, logos, banners, cartoons, you name it. Everything around graphic design is more than welcome. You can sell on Fourerr. There are a number of people out there as well who can provide Facebook likes, Twitter followers, YouTube views. It's another kind of services you provide on Fourerr. If you are good with pen and paper, very good at English or any type of language, and you know how to put words down to paper, any authoring tasks, blog article, press releases, you can provide. Video skills, if you're good with video, perhaps just a recording part or a voiceover, or maybe you do the conversion of certain video formats, you can provide that on Fourerr. There are a number of other type of tasks or services you can provide that surrounds hosting, WordPress templates, programming, ebooks, tips and advice. And again, I'm going to repeat myself over here. You cannot sell any product or service that you do not own the legal selling rights for. Okay, let's have a look on how we go about submitting a gig on Fourerr. But before we do that, just one word of caution over here. You need to consider to have chosen the correct username. If you are going to supply services which relate to Twitter, we'll use a username that also has the keyword Twitter in there. For example, best of Twitter. If you are going to be delivering graphic design type of tasks and services, well, use something that includes graphic design. First in design, for example. So if you're going to think about what actually the buyer will see at first, then you will understand that your picture is your advertising, your marketing type of tool. So therefore, we can only say that your picture must stand out of the crowd. So consider that on one page 20 gigs are listed, and if your picture is very fluffy or it is unnoticeable, then buyers will not be inclined to click on the gig, actually to go and read the description. So your picture must stand out. It must be very crisp. It must also show exactly what is on offer over here. So, and only then, you can entice the buyer of reading your description. Your picture is very important, because this is the first thing that buyer sees, and this is what the buyers will attract before actually going to look at the details. So once the buyer has clicked on your gig and he is interested in your gig and he would like to understand a bit more in depth what you have on offer, he can read through the instructions. So next up are the instructions. Break it down into steps. Be very clear in what you provide. Be also very precise what you provide, and make sure that there's absolutely no room for doubt, so that later on buyers cannot come back to yourself and say, I totally believe that you are going to provide XYZ, whereas you are providing a different type of service. So make clear in your instructions what you are going to provide. So providing a clear and an eye-catching title is something you need to think about very careful. Make sure that it attracts to buyers, but also be precise again what you are or have on offer there. And do not underestimate the time that you can deliver a particular gig. It's better to provide a longer estimate, and then you can over deliver, or you can surprise the buyer when you have delivered the gig already in time. So come up with an accurate estimate. And if you're going on holidays, well, good on you. Hope you have a nice time. But do suspend your gigs when you're not available. So if orders are coming in, then buyers won't be happy with you, and they might leave negative feedback. We also have to do some unnecessary cancellations of the orders, and we might take off the gigs from Fourerr. So if you do go on holidays, or for whatever reason you are not available, just suspend your gigs. Okay, let's have a look at you and the buyer. So from the moment you have received an order, then respect your buyer. He has gone through a lot of motions in order to place an order from yourself. So your buyer is king. Treat your buyer with respect, and I think that is also in daily life. You should be respecting people who buy from you, and if you should treat online people in the same way as you would do when you see them face to face. A thank you will go very far. And it's actually just two simple words: thank you. Write it back to your buyer, and he will come back for more. And try to build a relationship with your buyer. If you do, they will be impressed, and it's all about giving a good impression, and then they will come for more. So why would a buyer come back to someone who has not treated them with respect, or if you have not delivered whatever you were actually indicated to going to deliver? So why would they come for more? So maybe provide a bonus. Okay, let's look at your services. So that your services are what you provide on Fourerr. And when we were looking at how to go about submitting your gig, we already mentioned that you need to keep your instructions very clear, but you also need to keep them up to date. So over time, you might have changed slightly what you're providing to the buyer. So go to your gig, update it with the revised instructions, so new buyers know exactly what to expect from you. Also, learn from the feedback you receive from the buyers. So you might have had some interaction with the buyers. So take this as a positive if you have received some feedback, and make it work for you in a positive way and a beneficial way. In addition, I would say offer good customer service. Offer amazing customer service. So the people on Fourerr who do provide great customer service, we can see that they are selling much more than anyone else on Fourerr. So provide excellent customer service. So customer service is very good, but also deliver quality and over deliver. think about your feedback. So your feedback, which is published online, should be at the forefront of your mind. A bit of a golden tip over here, that is never mark an order as complete unless you are 100% sure that your buyer will love it. So as this is so crucially important, I'm going to repeat myself. So mark an order only complete if you're 100% sure that your buyer will love it. Okay, if you want to over-deliver, you are going to have to offer a bonus. And a bonus can be something very simple, but something that has not been advertised. Surprise your buyer, and your buyer will come back for more. Provide more than advertised. Why you should be doing this? Well, just think long term if you want repeat business. If you don't want repeat business, well, just deliver whatever you will intend to provide. Anyone who delivers an additional bonus, and the buyer will be impressed, it will be kept on his mind, and he will remember your name, and your name is key over here. And he will come back for more. Okay, next up is how to go about doing some marketing for your gigs. On Fourerr, we already do an awful lot in order to attract the right number of buyers for your gigs. But it might well be a very good idea to do some marketing for yourself. Don't sit back and hope for the best. No, be proactive. Have a look around on forums. Can you find the correct targeted people there where you can provide your services on? Remember, for buyers, it is a secure place to be, so it's better to go through a business or website that is already long-term established, and then their money and your money is very secure. So if you have a Twitter account, Facebook account, perhaps a Google Plus account, publish your gigs on there. And now we have we have sites like Dig and Delicious, and perhaps also Pinterest if you have an outstanding picture there. And like I mentioned before, when we looked on how to go about submitting your gig, your picture should be outstanding. So use Pinterest, and you will attract notice from the people on Pinterest, and they will come back. They will come and look at your gigs, what you have on offer. The RSS feed is something that is on offer to you, which you can use and submit and syndicate to different places. And if you have watched our previous video, how you go about submitting your gigs to Twitter and Facebook automatically, then you know all about the RSS feed already. And maybe you want to consider featuring your gig on Fourerr, or perhaps highlighting your gig in order to attract a number of people. Okay, let's hope it doesn't happen after all this good advice. And if you are following the advice in this tutorial, then I don't believe you should be getting complaints. But if you do get a complaint, offer to make changes if requested. Or perhaps you want to provide a gig extra for free, or provide another gig at discounted price. Think about this. Is all about making a good impression about your feedback. So try to provide something that a buyer feels happy with. But the last thing you should be doing if you have received a complaint is leaving a feedback or abused language. Doing so will only make things much worse. So do not use any abused language. Respect your buyer. So that's it, what we had in store for you for today. Just as a very quick overview, we looked at why you should be using Fourerr as a seller, what exactly you can sell on Fourerr, and to repeat myself, you cannot sell any products that you do not own the legal selling rights for. We looked at how you go about submitting your gigs and what you need to pay attention for when you actually write up all the instructions and titles and the pictures for your gig, how you go about maintaining the relationship with your buyer, and your buyer is king. Treat him with respect, and all your orders should be delivered with the highest quality, and try to over deliver by providing a bonus or something more than you advertised. And we also looked at how you can do some marketing for your gigs in addition to what we already do for you, and how you go about handling complaints. So that's it for today. Thanks for listening. This was Thomas from Fourerr.com, and as a takeaway, just sign up to Fourerr now, create your first gig with all the instructions we've provided, and by tomorrow or the day after tomorrow you will have your first order and you are making money with Fourerr online. Have an absolute amazing day, and thanks for listening.